Yo, yo. Just wait for some more people to show up. Hello. Hello.
All
Ignorance is bliss. What innocence is this? Ignorance is bliss. What innocence is this? What's up, y'all? Welcome to me, Shiva Wilson. That song was called Ignorance is Bliss, for you who are asking the questions there. Let me just see what's on the mouse. Nothing. How are you doing? I've got a bit of echo in here. I'm at my dad's place at the moment. Obviously, here we are to talk about legalizing cannabis in the UK. How are you all doing? Let me just catch up with what's been going on in the chat. I didn't have my piano available today, so I was just playing some guitar. How's it going out there? Cookie King, nice to see you. Gerald, hello. Tiago, nice to see you. AI, hello there. Welcome in, everybody. Fire. Never heard before. That's one of my own songs, that was. So, yeah. Welcome to the live, everyone. How are you all doing, like I say? How are you doing? Are you here in the right place to talk about legalizing cannabis? You know, we'll try and keep it on topic, but obviously we can go wobbling around the topic. Like I say, how are you all doing? Thank you very much for the compliments. I'm Shiva Wilson. I don't believe I've seen many of you people before, so it could be time to kind of introduce the whole thing, introduce ourselves, you know, see what we're on about tonight. It is currently just gone past, well, it's just gone past 7 o'clock, but it's also just gone past the 1st of November, 2024, which marks the 6-year anniversary of medical cannabis being legalized in the UK. This is my symbol for UK. It's like UK. Oh man, I left my vaporizer downstairs. Oh, I need my vaporizer for this. Do you reckon? I think I need my vaporizer, man. Keeps the thing going. All right. Introduce yourselves to each other if you want. I'm Shiva. We're talking about cannabis in general and legalizing it as best we can. I will be less than a minute. Back in a moment. Hello. Is that 7 or 2 people? 7 people. Hello. What up, y'all? Ain't no one saying nothing in the chat. Let me just check it's on the right setting. Hey. Top messages, all messages. Let's see what's going on. Yeah. So what you lot up to? Smoking a joint? joints. I like saying the word joints. Right, let's get cracking, shall we? So, like I said, the news of the day, the biggest news I could find out there is that it's Medical Cannabis Awareness Week. So, anyone who doesn't know about medical cannabis, it is legal in the UK. Let's raise some awareness around it. Become aware of medical cannabis. I'm like eating my own hair by the look of it. Yeah. I've decided to go anime on y'all today with the hairstyle. Full Metal Anime. How are you doing? Ori. Oh, that was a good stream there. A good stream of vape juices. Hello, everyone. AI says, is that AI? That is AI, yeah. I truly believe the legalizing of cannabis is so much better than giving people drugs, what are so much worse for the body. Yeah. You think that legalizing cannabis can help perhaps get people off other drugs? You know, hello to Zatoichi 444. Hello to you. Welcome everybody into the chat, into the live. Sorry that my face isn't very well lit up at the moment, but that's just the situation with regard to lighting that we have right now. Evening, Steve D. Evening all, yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back. If it's your first time here, hello. I'm Shiva. I like to talk about legalizing cannabis, which is the main thing I talk about. You know, like bits of news from around the world, usually, but nothing much on the news front this week. It's just Medical Cannabis Awareness Week is all I've got for you today. Let's try and get the microphone in. Medical Cannabis Awareness. Oh, right, you're talking about like drugs given by your doctors. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Medical Cannabis Awareness Week. I'm in a bit of a silly mood today. Welcome to the radio show with me, Shiva Wilson. We're talking about Medical Cannabis Awareness Week. Right, is everyone already aware of medical cannabis? In the UK? I'm from the UK, England. I live in Slough. And yes, they do have it across the whole of the UK, which means Northern Ireland, Scotland, England, and Wales, unless I'm missing out anything. The microphone's just for show. Hello. Just makes it look like I'm doing a podcast or something. Okay, so you're already aware of medical. Steve D is on medical. How are you finding it? You know, do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Good quality, bad quality, good service, bad service? Consultation fees, you know, how do you like it compared with black market, if you've ever been on black market? There's been mixed reports about medical cannabis. Some people say it's great and really helps them. Other people say the quality is not as good as they wanted it to be. Some people are saying that the service from the clinics is not as good as they expected. Other people say, yeah, quality's banging, prices are good. There's a bit of, like, I guess it's news about medical cannabis not being on the NHS properly at the moment. I can't complain with my clinic. They have been great and the price is not bad for me. Good. Well, that's a positive report. Can't complain. They've been great. Price is not too bad. Good to hear. Glad to hear that. It's just on like places like Reddit and X, Twitter. I have seen some complaints about medical cannabis. Mold. in one of them. Mold in the Mike Tyson thing, if you've seen that thing that Drew is sharing. Did a thing about medical cannabis, one of the Mike Tyson, was it Mike Tyson's one or Big Nasty? Average £6 per G, yeah. Sounds good. That's a good price, you know. Right, I'm going to have to take another quick break for about 30 seconds. Give me a moment. Hello, I'm back. Sorry about that. Just needed a quick wee. It always happens that I need the damn toilet when I'm on a live, eh? Right, let's see what's going on here today. 45,000 patients on the medical cannabis. $45,000 patients on medical cannabis in the UK. That's the latest report I've heard. 45,000. That's not very many, is it, really? What do you think of that, people? 45,000. Only 45,000 patients have actually managed to access medical cannabis. 45,000. That's not very many, I don't think. You know, compared with other countries where, like in Germany, for example, their medical cannabis is like skyrocketed recently. Let's just find some facts about Germany's medical cannabis. Germany. Medical cannabis patient numbers. Patient numbers, yeah. How many people are in Germany on medical cannabis? My goodness me. In 2021, the number of prescriptions for medical cannabis rose to 372,000. So yeah, how many medical cannabis patients are there in Germany? So Germany currently has roughly 300,000 medical patients. So we're way behind, you know. There's something wrong with the UK with regard to cannabis. I think we're a little bit repressed in this country. Australia patient numbers are massive. Yeah, let's have a look at Australia while we're at it. Australia medical cannabis patients. How many medical cannabis patients are there? More than 1 million. No way. Australian patients using products in 2019 to more than 1 million. You've got to be kidding me. In 2022 to 2023, 3% of people in Australia had used cannabis for medical purposes in the previous 12 months, equating to around 700,000 people. Wow. So yeah, we're way behind on the whole situation here in Britain. So that's nuts. You know, we're not up to the correct standard of numbers, you know, which is odd. So I heartily encourage you, if you are eligible, to go and get yourself some medical cannabis to boost the numbers up. Medical cannabis. So you're on THC oil as well now. It's pricey. THC oil, yeah. CBD oil. Prices need to drop. Yeah, there are some lower priced things available, but I've heard the quality ain't that good. Australia patient numbers are massive, as we've just seen. But now we've got the Labour government, hopefully things will change for the better. Do you think? What do you think of Labour with regard to cannabis? Are they going to do anything about it? Change the law? Are they going to help medical cannabis be more accessible on the NHS, do you think? They seem to be full of ideas, this Labour government, you know, so maybe they'll eventually turn their brains onto the drugs idea. And like you say, hopefully things will change for the better. I mean, I can't say the word conservative really rings out to be cannabis related for me, but the Conservatives were the ones who actually legalized medical cannabis in the first place, so you've got to at least give it to them for that, you know. So well done for doing that. But now that we've got Labour, are Labour more progressive with regards to cannabis policy in general compared to Conservatives? Question. What do we think about Labour? What do we think they're going to do with regard to cannabis? Question for you all. You think change is here through inevitability, not because of any politicians? Yeah. Okay. Inevitability of cannabis legalization in the UK. Yeah. That's a good, hopeful, optimistic impression that you've got there. You know, that's what I like to think as well. You know, I think it is inevitable. It's got to be inevitable by now. You know, looking at the different situations around the world, we can't just sit there ignoring cannabis forever while other countries are not ignoring it and they're actually dealing with this idea of legalization or decriminalization of it as being a positive step forward for governments. You know, inevitability. It's inevitable, just time will tell kind of thing. I hope so. I do hope so. I still haven't heard anything from them yet since the election manifestos went out. The Green Party is all for it, and so is the Liberal Democrats with some limitations, but I haven't heard them bring it up in Parliament yet. They're focused on social care, the NHS, wealth creation. It has to be inevitable, save the police a lot of time not dealing with it, yeah. Yep, I agree with you there. I mean, it's something like it just has to kind of, the straw that breaks the camel's back, you know? There has to be something to suddenly break the silence. We need to break the silence on cannabis legalization in the UK. Campaign slogan, break the silence. On cannabis legalization in the UK. Break the silence. Like breakfast. Break the silence. Break silence. I was on a podcast yesterday for a small podcast thing. The Simon Laurie King podcast. I don't know if anyone's heard of it. I hadn't heard of it. Simon Laurie King. And the guy himself, Simon, was saying that he predicts that within the next 18 months or so, they're going to actually look at cannabis laws. 18 months. I said, because I do a little bit of channeling with the deities, you know, the Lord Shiva, the Lord Buddha, the Archangel Michael, Lakshmi. Occasionally I talk to Allah, but it's been a long time since I've spoken to Allah. I'm a New Age spiritualist. I believe that all religions have some value, and I don't subscribe to anyone particularly, although I am a fan of Lord Shiva because he is interested in cannabis. That is a Lord Shiva necklace there, if you can see it. He's interested in cannabis. He's the Lord of Bhang, which is a milk-based cannabis drink from India. And I had a channeling session with him while I was stoned one time, and he said, this is the Lord Shiva said in the channeling session, he said they'll try and get it into Parliament within about 6 months. And you might see something talking about in Parliament with regard to cannabis around 420. So they might use 420 as a way of jamming in some cannabis talk in Parliament, but it's all, that's just speculation really. So speculation says they may have to have a look at it at some point due to international pressures, not wanting to look completely backwards and repressed. What do you think, people? Are you still there? Bit quiet on the chat. So the question was, what do you think with regard to Parliament? Is it going to go into Parliament to have a discussion about it anytime soon? Let me just check that I've got the chat, because the chat seems to be not doing anything. Could be because you're all getting stoned. Is it because you're all getting stoned at the moment? I haven't seen anyone say anything for about 5 minutes now. Someone's still there. Good. We're still here. Yes. James. Hello, James. Ooh, Davos. Pork pie. Evening to you again. Good to see you. Aha. I think it will at some point soon. But soon I don't think so. Okay. There has not been anything mentioned in Parliament for a while, so hopefully soon. Yep. I think it will be very soon, says AI. Okay. Soon, not soon, some point, maybe. All party committee starts soon, I heard. Really? On the subject of cannabis? No way. Really? That sounds really good. An all-party committee starts soon, you heard. Do you reckon if I type that in, it's going to come up with it? What should I type in? All-party committee on cannabis, Stav. Stav? What should I type in for that? All-party committee on cannabis, UK. APPC. I've thought it'll be very soon, since about the 90s, so it won't be anytime soon, I fear. Yeah. Well, it has occasionally gone into you what? Let me just have a quick look at this. All party group, parliamentary group, access to medical cannabis. All party. Is this medical cannabis you're on about? APPG, we've got. The medical cannabis under prescription, APPG, aims to help secure appropriate access to medical cannabis on the NHS in its various forms, including full plant extract containing both CBD and THC in formulations produced to a consistent high-quality pharmaceutical grade and manufactured to GMP standard. Wow. So, that sounds interesting. Is that what you're talking about? All party parliamentary groups. Medical cannabis under prescription. Yeah. Okay, so that's good. So they're actually trying to get it in to the NHS. Parliament UK, yeah. Medical cannabis under prescription. All-party parliamentary group for access to medical cannabis under prescription. Well, yeah. That's banging. That was registered on the 13th of May 2024. Yeah. I kind of can't believe that. Sounds fantastic. 13th of May it was done, so that was before the election. Does that still stand now then? Yeah. Well, Medical Cannabis Awareness Week, like I say, that's the big news for the week. And now this bit of news. Cogs move slow, but it's a positive. Indeed. That is a positive, indeed. Like, to get it on the NHS would be absolutely fucking awesome. Because then it's access to everyone who qualifies for the condition without major prices for the product. So that would be a real great help to a lot of people who are suffering from debilitating conditions, mental health conditions, physical pain, all sorts. Wow. I look forward to reading some more stuff about that all parliamentary group then. Thanks for telling me about that, Stav. We should look to hopefully find some news about that coming up soon. Do you know when it's going to start at all, Stav? Recreational would follow rapidly. Yeah, I keep going back to this thing that Keir Starmer said one time in an interview. He said, I wouldn't legalise it immediately. I wouldn't legalise it immediately. I wouldn't legalise it immediately, but maybe given some time, he would legalise it. So we've got one prediction from someone saying 18 months to get into Parliament. One prediction for 6 months on 420. And that's all I've got so far. 6 months and 18 months. I reckon it would make sense for them to give it a little bit of time for them to settle into government before they start approaching the topic of drugs policy, because they were very firm about not wanting to change the laws before the election. So, you know, Keir Starmer was like, no, I'm not going to look at the drug laws. I think the drug laws are about right. Yeah, thanks, Stav. Go have a look at it and report back with more information if you can. That would be really helpful. APPG, All Party Parliamentary Group thing is new to me. Small positive step. Thanks for sharing that, Stav. Yeah, indeed. Thanks for sharing it, indeed. I did ask how you're all doing out there. I haven't found anyone saying how they're doing yet. How are you doing? Are you feeling all right? Feeling okay? Feeling the vibe of life? Feeling alive? Feeling happy? Or are you feeling naff? Terrible? Feeling horrendous? Feeling full of pain and worry and doubt and shame and grief? Or are you just feeling like, yeah, I'm alright, mate. How are you? Yeah, I'm alright. Not too bad. Slightly stoned. How are you all doing? I'll tell you how I am. I am slightly tipsy on alcohol. In lots of pain. Arthritis isn't fun in cold weather. See, I thought there might be people in pain. I do apologise for that. Not that it's my fault, but yeah, I feel for you there, James. Sorry to hear that. Do you partake in the medical cannabis? Have you already said this? Apparently it's good for pain of arthritis. Just living. Just living is good. Yeah. Right, I'm going to do some more twinkling on the guitar because I just want to do some background kind of music for you all. Okay. So, currently eating bacon crisps, eh? Tasty. James says, I do use cannabis. Yes, it's good for arthritis and neuropathy. I use meds from GP too. Okay. So yeah, I have heard that it's good for arthritis, the old medical cannabis. Or cannabis in general. That's the thing that's bugging me occasionally is, okay, so medical cannabis, do you still get high off that? Medical cannabis, do you still get high off the medical cannabis? Yes. Still get high off it. Well, it is the same product as street cannabis, generally speaking, apart from street cannabis is known to be slightly more contaminated. In fact, there was a thing this week I saw about street cannabis being full of like mold, E. coli, heavy metals, and salmonella. Street cannabis. Did you find that out, anyone? Street cannabis found to have mold, E. coli. Dangerous amounts of mold, lead, E. coli, and salmonella found in UK street cannabis. So, cannabis sold on streets is riddled with mold, lead, E. coli, and salmonella. The study found that 90% of the samples seized by police in Greater Manchester and Northumbria were contaminated. So, yeah, they analysed 60 samples seized by police in Greater Manchester and Northumbria, and an astonishing 90% of the tested samples were contaminated with either mold or yeast, 8% with lead, 2% with salmonella and E. coli. Further independent testing also discovered highly unsafe synthetic cannabinoids, including spice and K2, in 20% of samples, 27% of samples. So yeah, there you go. Just goes to show what could happen if we legalized it. It would clear up the product quality because they'd all be grown in special clinical, highly regulated facilities. So James says, yes, for me, medical cannabis just means high quality, clean meds. You're having a good difference with the arthritis from Steve. Strong, huge difference. 20%, 24% THC. Heavy metals is the one that currently causing the lung damage, right? We get a monthly email from my clinic. It said that in it they tried weed and it was not good, eh? Drug dealers don't care what's in your weed. In the future, there's going to be lots of health problems, I think. Yeah, Wagwan. Smoke easy. Welcome back. Welcome in. Using a fake microphone. Hello. Okay. So yeah, just makes the point there that that article doesn't actually, I don't think it says anything about, oh, well, maybe they should legalize it then so that you can get quality control in place. Let's have a look. The law changed 6 years ago, so there is a legal, regulated, and quality-tested alternative to those for those suffering with diagnosed chronic illnesses which haven't responded to conventional therapies. Many people are putting themselves at risk when they don't need to. Despite the dangers, 18% of illegal cannabis users are oblivious that the products they buy may contain hazardous contaminants. Wow. So, I think that they should talk about, well, if you're going to have illegal street cannabis anyway, you're not exactly going to stop that. So, in order to minimize it, you would want to have a legal recreational market that is producing quality products that have been tested, that have had quality control features put in to how it's grown, how it's cured, how it's dried, how it's held, how it's moved, checks along the way. How it's stored, if I said that. And so that really there, what that article is saying is a really good pro-legalization argument. Well, if you've got a load of products that are contaminated, the only way to minimize that is to produce a legal market to avoid the contamination aspects, because you can't stop people from contaminating the weed if you can't control the supply chain. Sorry, let me catch up. What did you miss? I played a couple of songs, did some singing. We've been talking about Medical Cannabis Awareness Week and the fact that there's 45,000 patients only on medical cannabis in the UK, compared with like 700,000 in Australia and 300,000 in Germany. We've discussed, do you still get high off your medical cannabis? And the answer is yes. What else? Legalise it. Oh yeah, we were discussing like how long do you think it's going to be before they actually talk about this in Parliament? Someone was saying that Labour is more likely to discuss it compared with Conservatives. So let's have a look. There's been talk for a while of some special governmental body committee devoted to medical cannabis. We'll see what happens. APPG for medical cannabis should start back up before long too. And that's where we could see real change instigated. That's from a very good source. Okay? Thanks. All the import Cali that don't pass American testing is going to be a concern too. Hello, Panda. Yeah, 45k sounds a bit low. How long have you been smoking for, if you don't mind me asking? Well, I started when I was young, and then I stopped for years and years and years and years and years. And then I restarted again in the year 2020. Been smoking fairly regularly since then. So that's like 4 years really. 4 years of consistent smoking, and previous to that, maybe like 3 years of consistent smoking when I was younger. Then I went on and off it for a little bit here and there, just had a little bit here and there to help with my depression at one point. But mainly I was off it. It didn't even cross my mind for a long time. And now it crosses my mind all the time. Hey, Ryan. Welcome in. I thought you couldn't make it today. Hello. Good to have you here, man. So, yeah, not very long, really. I mean, I've been aware of cannabis for a long time, obviously. I used it when I was like 16, 17, 18, 19. Then I quit, gave it up, occasionally used it, then started back on it 2020. You know, I don't even know why I went off it. It just disappeared out of my radar for a while. Didn't even think of it, you know. I was quite happy without it for a long time. And now it's something that I don't know. I wouldn't want to go off it again for particularly long. I like it. I like it a lot. It's my way of enjoyment. What's going on with my cheeks? Got some weird little dents in my cheeks. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. John, nice to see you. I think I've seen you commenting around on the videos. Who liked the video about the roller blunt? 37 years without a break. Wow. Well, you know way more about it than me then. I'm not exactly a full-on stoner. I'm a frequent, regular, but sometimes occasional user. You love the pine cone short. Oh yeah? It tasted quite nice, that pine cone, you know. I should have brought it with me. It was very piney, you know, earthy, piney. It's got pinene in it. Pine cones. Pinene. Pinene? Pinene? The terpene? Piney fresh. Yep. Has anyone seen the blunt video I made? That's one of the best ones I've made for a long time, I think. The edited version. Oh, you might not have seen it because it's been age restricted. How to roll a blunt. Check out my page to find the how to roll a blunt with Magic Broccoli. It's quite funny. I think it's funny anyway. But I made it, so you have to check it out for yourselves. It should be amusing. I rolled it with a proper tobacco leaf and everything. Magic Broccoli. Pinene, yeah. Pinene. Need to grind it finer, yeah. Oh, come on, that was a perfect roll. How can you argue with that roll? It was a perfect roll. And a perfect roach as well. You're my guilty pleasure. What's your guilty pleasure? Broccoli, or I'm your guilty pleasure? I'm your guilty pleasure. Smoke's better when you grind it. Aha! Did you see how I managed to smoke it? Oh, it's nothing exciting in the vape there, James. It's just some nicotine crap. Nothing exciting. If it was exciting, you know, I would be talking a bit more weird. I'd be going like, yeah, let's talk to the deities, man. Like, let's talk to the deities. Talk to God. That roller blunt video was funny. Good. It's a shame it got age restricted, because it would have been quite a good zinger, I would have thought. Okay, thanks for subbing. I appreciate the subs. You vape too, yeah? Nicotine vapes. There's something to fill the void, you know? Instead of smoking, fill the void. I'll try and do some vape rings for you now. Right, you think the blunt thing. Well, there's two versions of it. One didn't get age restricted and one did. So one is like 1 minute 38 seconds long. That didn't get age restricted, but it's not as snappy. So it's not as snappy, but there's an edited one that is more snappy, and that one got age restricted. God knows why. Don't know. It's pretty much the same damn video. It's because it's got a fire hazard in it, I think. Yeah, you're right there, James, with regard to having some nicotine vapes after a weed vape, or weed in general, is lovely. Never vaped THC, going to try soon. Good. Vaping THC is quite good in a vape like this. As long as it's good stuff and it's pure, clear, non-contaminated, not shoved in with spice, because I've seen news reports that have said that some of these THC vapes are actually infused with spice, synthetic cannabinoids, which can be deadly. And I have experienced the worst aspects of spice, because I went to jail for a while, and jail has a lot of spice in it. And so I smoked a lot of spice in jail, and I had these convulsions on the spice. I was laying on the floor like, I thought it was great at the time, because I thought it was all part of the psychedelic experience. I thought I was on some kind of ibogaine thing, you know, having a psychedelic trip on the spice. And I was like convulsing around on the floor, and literally I thought it was fantastic, but obviously that could have gone very wrong. I can't believe I was actually convulsing and enjoying the convulsions. You know, be careful with that spice stuff, man. Too blazed. Panda, I know, right? What's this country coming to? What's Panda saying? Free Tommy. Yeah, well, you can enjoy that conversation. I'm not going to bring that conversation in here. I vape my flower. I actually prefer it now. Yeah. The dry herb vaporizers, not really my thing. I prefer to smoke it. Tried spice once, never again. Like smoking mushrooms. Ooh. Yeah, smoking mushrooms. I vape THC concentrates or dry herbs in day. Much yum. But I agree that regulations need put in place. It's really hard to fake them and out unwanted stuff in, like, as you said, spice. Sound like you're definitely high there, Smoke Easy. According to your grammar. I'm gonna be real. I've been so stressed to find a place to live. I charged through that ½ ounce in 3 days. Wow, that's a lot. Just converted from smoking to vaping 2 weeks ago using Nicorette spray and a Mighty Vape with a bubbler on it. Those bubblers are good. Wow. Hello, Nazrin. Love from India. Love to India. Yeah. Cannabis. Cannabis. I'm gonna do some more music for you now. Oh, I just cricked my neck. Well, I can't do copyrighted music anymore because I keep getting copyrights on my thing. It keeps coming back saying copyright, copyright strike, copyright restricted in certain territories. Oh yeah. Let's try something a bit more rocky. So, you got fireworks going off, eh? Play Legalize the Herb. Legalize the herb. Don't know if I can do it on the guitar. It's not quite the same on the guitar as the piano, you know. It's nice and soft on the piano, but on the guitar it's a bit much. So, what do you want to talk about? Legalize cannabis? What is that emoji supposed to be? Sounds like a firefight. How did I learn to play? Self-taught to begin with, and then I got lessons for a while, and then continued self-teaching on guitar. Goodness me. Dab. That's a dab. That means dab. Thank you. Goodness me. Yeah, I've run out of ideas now, man. I've lost the plot. Legalizing cannabis. Legalizing cannabis. Legalizing cannabis. What else can we do? Oh, the old question. Anyone emailed their MPs this week? I don't want to hassle you about it, but if you have done, that would be good. Nothing like a good email to the old MPs, hassling them about weed legalization in the UK. I will try and bring it up at least once per session. Can you tell us more about cannabis in prison? I can tell you a little bit about cannabis in prison. Okay, I'll talk a little bit about cannabis in prison, and then we can come back to the legalization topic. So cannabis in prison was about 50 quid a gram, from what I heard. I never bought any myself, but my mate got some, and he had like just a tiny amount in like a little piece of paper like this, like a tiny amount in there, all wrapped up in that nice, and then he would hide it in some Vaseline, like a pot of Vaseline, to stop the smell from getting out. So he hid it in the Vaseline, and then he would smoke it in his cell out the window. And people would smoke weed on the yard, the exercise yard, and occasionally I would be allowed to have a little nip when they threw it away. Yeah, 50 quid a gram. Ridiculous prices. I mean, what's the point when you're at that point? You're not going to get much out of a 1 gram, are you? 50 quid. That's madness. Who wants to do salvia with you? I'll have a go on salvia. It's apparently like a recipe for a bad trip every single time. Do you think if they legalize it would benefit prisoners? I don't know, man. They should allow prisoners to have access to it anyway. Calms them down. I feel my emails go to spam at this point. Oh, really? I could say so much about what I think about society and the drugs policy, just not typing in YouTube. Too much effort, lol. Okay, go check out the fireworks. Meeting chill people like you would be alright. Oh, thank you. Evening all, to Andy J. Hello. 18 people, that's good. We're above the 15 people threshold for a good talk. You know, that's a really interesting question, Panda, about if you think they legalize it, would it benefit prisoners? Probably bring the price down a bit for prisoners. Salvia party, yeah. Leave that salvia shit alone, it's gash. Gash. I thought the word gash meant women. I thought gash was for women. Gotta give me some gash. Huh. Legalization would allow medical cannabis access to inmates. Well, yeah, that sounds like a good thing. They should allow prisoners to have some cannabis in there to calm them down. Because there are a lot of fights in jail. I got whacked in jail. I don't know if you can see it, but hold on. There, there's a scar there where some guy came up behind me and like clocked me with something and took me down while I was unaware of it. Got sent to hospital. You know, had stitches in my face for a while, and then the guy got even more time in jail because of it. Hello, Nicholas Barrett. Hello. Back at it, Luke. Yep. Hello, everyone. Christopher Timmins, 6 years off weed, literally had the panic attack of a lifetime, but miss it on certain levels. They'd get treated with it as medicine. Cannabis. Cannabis as a medicine. The gangs make so much money, I was told how much it makes. No way do criminals want that to stop. Yeah. Prisoners. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Stav. Prisoners will get treated with it as medicine. Well, you know, like, if they have a qualifying condition, they should be allowed to get it in jail. You know? I'm not sure why they would not allow medical cannabis into jail. Then again, how can these people afford it if it's not on the NHS? They can't really access it in jail. That's a whole angle I hadn't considered. Medical cannabis in jails. I mean, that would be awesome. If it was on the NHS as well, then at least if you're in prison, you're going to have a decent time in there, you know? Could they grow their own in jail? I don't think so, man. Wow, we've got some long comments coming in here. Oh. Oh, they make their own alcohol in jail, yeah. When cannabis is legalized, it still shouldn't be given in prison. And before you start, yes, I've been to prison for drug-related charges. It's prison, it's a punishment. They aren't allowed alcohol. They make it in there, though. They make their own alcohol in jail. I've experienced that. Someone gave me some vodka. They were doing it in bottles under their bed and stuff. Oh, I think prisoners would get prescribed it and sell it to other inmates and stuff would maybe be a problem, but at the same time they do that anyway over biscuits, I suppose. Yeah. As a medicine, it's medicine. I mean, that would be a really extremely progressive move to allow for medical cannabis in prisons. But like you say, it could cause other problems. Selling it on, definitely that would happen, yeah. Definitely that would happen. I mean, they get given all sorts of other medicines and they trade in pills and stuff in jail. They wouldn't get prescribed it. I'm feeling like we should maybe turn the prison topic away and talk about something else, because it's extremely speculative, eh? We just don't know. Yo, Luke Wild, positive vibes. Hello, welcome in again. Maybe cannabis oil on tongue by a nurse, yeah. That's blowing my mind, man. I can't even think about that for some reason. It's blowing my mind. 5 years away from legalizing it. Do you take XBD? I'm sure you mean CBD there. CBD. Occasionally I use some CBD, yeah. Nothing wrong with a bit of CBD, although it's sometimes a bit disappointing. You know, it tastes like cannabis, but it just ain't cannabis, it's hemp. CBD. Anyone else use CBD? Nah, it doesn't work like weed at all. Although, I have found it occasionally does give a very subtle buzz, CBD. I know it's not supposed to, but I have found that occasionally it will give me just a light little buzz. Can't stand the taste of that hemp CBD stuff. Alright. Fair enough. Smoke Easy likes adding CBD hemp to high strength THC blunts to level out the effects. I don't get a prescription, no, it's all black market for me. No, Patrick, it is a normal nicotine vape. I know I'm a cannabis channel, but I keep the cannabis away from the screen for self-preservation measures. Too paranoid, man. So what is that in your hand, mate? Yeah, good to see you, Patrick. Seen you commenting on my channel. Nice to have you comment. You know, regular commenters, I appreciate you. You keep popping up and saying something or other, and it's always nice. What stops you from doing it? Sorry, what? Let me just... what stops me from doing prescription? I have schizophrenia. Apparently. So I'm not eligible. Ineligible. On the basis of this question, you are ineligible for medical cannabis, is what they say on the online eligibility checks. Ceramic coils. I don't know, man. Don't think so. Well, I have been smoking weed for 30 odd years or more. Good. So I don't know why I said that in a strange voice there. Well, I have been smoking weed for 30 odd years or more. What do you report back from that, Patrick? How's that been for you? Good times? 30 odd years. That's a long time relationship you've got there with the herb. So it would be interesting to hear your thoughts about it. Have you gone through phases? The hash phase, flower phase, rosin phase, some time on, some time off, phases where you're like completely blazing all the time, phases where you're like, don't really feel like it or have it occasionally. Smoking with other people. I do take breaks, yeah. I do take breaks. Sometimes I just feel like it's time for a tolerance break. So I take like 10 days off or sometimes up to a month off. Just don't feel like it for some reason. Kept me away from a life of pharmaceuticals. Yeah, you gotta reset your brain. Reset your tolerance levels so that you can get blasted again off a little amount. Green Gold 420, hello. Drop me a DM. How am I going to DM you on this? I don't know how to DM people on YouTube. Name's Giggles. Hello, Giggles. Registered cannabis cultivator from South Africa. Wow. I'd love for us to chat. Okay. You can find me on X. You can direct message me on X if you're on X. TikTok, not TikTok. Twitter. Find me on Twitter. There's a link in my bio on the channel page to my Twitter. Green Gold, if you want to have a chat. Yeah, there's no YouTube DMs anymore. There used to be. Oh man, favourite strain? Stardog. Good Stardog. Probably. I like a good Stardog. I'm not very well versed in strains, I must admit. I've tried a few. But Stardog was something that gave me a lot of good ideas. A very happiness-inducing strain for me, Stardog. Can't believe I'm saying Stardog's my favourite strain. It's a naff thing to say, don't you think? But yeah. Out of all the ones I've tried, Stardog is the most uplifting one. It gave me the most ideas, gave me the most visions. Ami's nice. Haze, not so much. Kush, yeah, it's alright. Haven't tried Cali yet, you know. Believe it or not. Okay, let's have a look now. Ooh, got some nice dog at the minute. I had a feeling my delivery won't arrive until the end of stream again. Oh dear. Have you already got through your previous delivery then, Corey? Patrick Smith says, and I work really hard. Oh, I missed something there. Oh. And I work really hard, and I always have. I am a plasterer by trade, and smoking cannabis makes me a happy soul to be around. Cannabis has taught me to learn to speak Spanish. Cannabis learned me to play guitar. Really? Cannabis learned you to play guitar? Oh man, that's really good. I like Stardog too. It's a nice 50-50 hybrid, but it sets my hay fever off. Can be like that, yeah. Corey says you have already smoked through your previous delivery. You just get big deliveries then, my bro. Or slow down a bit, maybe. Depends what you can afford, I suppose. Patrick is bang on with regard to teaching lots of different things from cannabis. Be alone than be with you in this mood. I would rather be at home than sleep with you in this mood. You haven't been yourself in quite some time. Do you recognize that as the truth? And do you feel a thing when you're fucking him? Don't you feel me here grieving for you? I'm waiting for the girl that I knew. 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 I'm waiting for the girl that I knew to show up. Show up. Show up. Show up. I would rather be alone than be with you in this mood. I would rather be at home than sleep with you in this mood. I can see this isn't love nor bliss, and you traded your soul in for dick. When you open your legs but you close up your heart, I want nothing to do with it. I'm waiting for the girl that I knew. 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 I'm waiting for the girl that I alone than be with you in this mood. I would rather be at home than sleep with you in this mood. Rather be yourself in quite some time. Do you recognize that as the truth? And do you feel a thing when you're fucking him? Don't you feel me here grieving for you? I'm waiting for the girl that I knew. 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 To show up. Show up. Show up. Show up. Woo! That went alright. My girlfriend has sneaked into the room. Do you want to be on the screen or what? Why have you come here?
I don't know.
Let's go! Right, that was called Show Up.
And I showed up.
And my girlfriend showed up. You alright out there? Have you all gone quiet? Awesome, totally awesome. Thank you very much for that comment. Appreciate that. Woo! Fire, 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 jam session, brother man. Yeah, Corey needs to slow down apparently. He's actually really good. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was a rock musician before all this cannabis talk. You all disappeared.
And you now become an old man.
I've now become an old man.
You know, I identify as an old man. It is ridiculous.
You all, are you still there? Ah, you are still there. Yeah, sorry. Sometimes the chat gets a bit funky. So I shall just check back on what you've been saying. Right, so I've got to, he's actually really good. A true beard, no, a true bard. A true bard, thanks. Class act, beautiful. Truth.
Sorry to interrupt, but
yeah.
have you seen all the mud all over the floor you're in?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I saw a person crawling, yeah, that's my girlfriend Milena, or Elena. Elena, she likes to be called. From Accidental Warrior, the channel, the YouTube channel. Bro sang show up and someone showed up. Yep. First time viewing, that was shocking. Do you work currently in music? No, I do not. These are all my own songs, by the way. Elena begins with an I, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Elena. I-L.
Well, you pronounce it like Elena.
Elena.
It's... I think it...
I'll see if I can click on you people.
Isn't the shortened version of Eleanor?
Elena. Right, peeps. Who wants to do anything specific about legalizing cannabis? Do any of you want to make your own posts and videos, for example, about the topic? It'd be good to like get some campaigning going on.
Is that real Viking helmets?
Yeah.
Cool.
Too shy. Okay, that's fair enough. Happily back others. Okay, cool. So yeah, it's worth doing it on X, I think. X is a good place to post. X is a good place to post about cannabis. Formerly known as Twitter. Yeah, campaigning. So, there's a new petition. The petitions committee has been set up. So the petitions website is now up on the government website for cannabis petitions to be uploaded. So I have someone who has already made a previous petition for change.org, is going to upload the one from change.org onto the government one so that we can get some more sign-ups going on there. Yeah. Hello there. Who watches Drew? Drew is sharing. Green-haired bloke.
You love him, don't you?
I don't love him. I think he could be doing more for the cause of legalization. But he doesn't. He just. I spoke to him the other day on his kick stream. I would be a terrible prime minister. Yeah, so I was watching Drew's live stream on Kick, and I managed to get him to address the legalization angle. I said, "You still not feeling the legalization angle in the UK?" And he said, "Nah, I'm not, because I'm a medical user, and even though he smokes big fat blunts and joints and stuff, he still gets medical value out of it, so he considers himself mainly a medical patient. So he's not the man," he said, "to spearhead a legalization campaign," which is a shame. You wanted to come and ask him with me, but you couldn't find it. It's on Kick, spelled K-I-C-K, Kick, not K-I-K. Kick, and he goes live at 9 o'clock. Drew is sharing, all one word. Drew is sharing, and you should be able to find him on there. So I mean, like, all I really wanted him to do was to endorse the Transform Drugs campaign that they've got going on, so that he could ask his subscribers, of which he has 800,000, to donate to it, to get the donations over their 50 grand mark. I mean, there's going to be, out of Drew's followers, a significant percentage of them, like maybe let's say 5%, 5% of his subscribers would probably donate. Even 1% of his subscribers would still be 1% of 80, like 1% of 800,000 is 8,000. That's a lot. You know, 1% of his followers transform, if they donated to the Transform charity, that would get them over the 50k mark, and it would get the new campaign set up quickly for transformdrugs.org to get their nationwide campaign rolling. So, you know, that's all I really want from him. I don't want him to spearhead a campaign. I'm happy to spearhead the campaign. But yeah, like, if he got one video where he just said, "Look, there's this charity out there campaigning for recreational legalization. If you want to donate, here's the link." I mean, boom. Or even if he just said, "Go to transformdrugs.org," in one short, where he gets like 35,000 views or 65,000 views, it would just be a real boost for the campaign, and I can't get him interested in it. So if anyone else of you can get him interested in it, That's all I want him to do, is to just endorse that one campaign. Doesn't have to do anything else. No spearheading of campaigns, but he's got such a massive following. All of stoners, weed heads, potheads, as they call it in America, potheads. He's got a whole massive following. Just a few people out of that following would really be helpful. We could keep asking on his YouTube videos. I think you're better off getting to him on X or Kick, because he's more likely to answer you there. He doesn't answer YouTube videos comments, so it's not worth it. I mean, you can, but he ain't gonna answer you. He doesn't answer comments on YouTube. He gets thousands and thousands of comments per video, so you know it's.
Does anyone know how he became an influencer or a big YouTuber to begin with?
Drew, yeah, he started off doing like parkour and skateboarding videos and like drug trip videos.
So he already had that fan base long before.
Yeah.
Right.
He's been doing YouTube for quite a long time now, so it's been building up in the background.
Have you asked your audience how, what other things they'd be interested in that would potentially lead to being, I mean, if you pick something else to talk about on top of what you're already talking about,
Yeah.
And they gave some suggestions, maybe one of those suggestions would be a key element in, for instance, I don't know about going viral, but at least boosting your views. Like people become influencers, but you don't have to do that, or people become gamers or do comedy skits or things like that. Maybe there's other things you can split off into, but still maintaining this.
Yeah.
So you get a wider audience, maybe.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people became big, didn't become big for what they're big now. Loads of the YouTubers, they're not big because of what you think they're big for.
James says, "You're the rock star, bro. I think you can handle it."
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, obviously I need new subscribers, more subscribers to get up to a point where the campaign can have a real impact. But yeah, anyone who wants to ask Drew to support the transformdrugs.org's legalization campaign, you are most welcome to ask him.
Have you asked your subscribers to like and subscribe again? So
like and subscribe,
boost
people.
the algorithm.
Like and subscribe if you've not done so already. We've got 10 likes on this video at the moment, and there's 16 people here, so 6 extra likes would be nice. I seem to have lost people in the chat. They've all gone quiet again. I don't know why that is.
Is it because I killed the audience by coming in?
I don't think so.
Let's snuck in. Do some comedy. A stoner walks into a bar. I don't know.
Yeah, it's gone quiet on the chat. I don't know why that is. It might have glitched. It might be glitching at the moment. Keep chatting, guys. Oops.
What?
Just change the camera around.
Oh.
Okay, you managed to scrape enough to fill the bowl of your bubbler piece. Well done. You're still waiting for a delivery. Fiddling around with OBS. What's OBS?
It's the platform that you'd use to stream on YouTube or on Twitch. You know, where you can have an interface whilst you're playing games, but also from a webcam.
Oh, okay.
I've got OBS. It is a bit fiddly.
Okay.
That's why I've
cool.
deactivated all my webcams by accident for some odd reason.
Right.
And that's why, like, the inbuilt webcam is terrible on this ancient laptop. But I've been trying to figure out for years. I just didn't have the right materials. You can even use a green screen with it, you know? I mean, I got a green screen, but you can add a special, I don't know, like, it looks like a grey screen. I don't know why it does that. It just makes the green screen changes it into something else, and then you can add stuff.
Yeah, I encourage you to make your own content, people. Especially on X. But if you're interested in YouTube as well. Yeah, you should consider doing other stuff alongside the campaign to ensure growth and awareness. Yeah. What do you guys think about me putting up some of my music stuff on my current channel? Or should I separate that out? Or do you think it would add?
A mixture?
Do you think it would add to the channel or take away from it?
Make a mixture.
Like if I put up literal song videos of me playing and singing, is that going to detract from the message? You like that? Okay. Music is good, thank you. So you probably add to it. Okay. Well, I'll try that out then. I'll put some of my songs on YouTube and see how that goes down. Thanks for that. I appreciate that input. Yeah, you want me to put up the music as well? Okay. Well, we're getting a consensus arising to put up music as well as campaign videos. I must say, I find it a bit challenging sometimes to think of ideas for the videos, you know. It's a tricky thing to do daily campaign videos.
You can tell them a story of some of the nonsense that happened to you whilst you were. I mean, it wasn't because you're necessarily under the influence of that, but it was other things. So falling down the manhole, or maybe don't talk about that. I don't know. It's up to you. Or some comedic stories.
I could tell more stories about weed from the past, if you like. I will put up the music, Smoke Easy. I'll put up some music, yeah. So Corey's off to take a hit. Very good. Enjoy. Come back stronger. Come back stronger. Come back loud.
Oh, could you ask your audience? It might be a bit too crazy of a question. Do any of them feel weird vibrations if they have too much, and do they find themselves more sensitive to EMF? So hearing the electrics, their phone, the radiation from their phone, maybe.
Okay.
Bluetooth devices. I have to turn off all electrics usually because that's if I have. I don't want to say too much, but I'm quite sensitive to lots of things in general. So using it medicinally, even a tiny little amount, if I have a little bit too much of compared to my normal amount by accident, I end up feeling like everything's vibrating, so I can hear electrical frequencies, but I can hear them anyway at night. So
the question I'm getting from Elena is, hello there, Panos. Yo, welcome in. The question I'm getting is, do any of you feel vibrations from electrical equipment when you're like too stoned? Or like Bluetooth, EMFs, vibrations from plug sockets, electrical magnetic frequencies. Anyone ever experienced that? Like having too much of a buzzing feeling in the background? So you get high and then all the electrics around you start vibrating a bit too strongly.
Like too many frequencies.
It
sounds a bit like dial-up, old school dial-up, where it's like imagine you're almost hearing it, but you're feeling it in your body.
What's up, Panos? You're new here. What's going on? We're talking about cannabis in general and along the lines of legalizing it in the UK. But the question now is, do any of you, whilst totally stoned, feel vibrations from electrical appliances and stuff like that? Spark tour. Rip on that. You gotta rip on that thing. Spark tour. I don't know about that. You know, I do need ideas, so I may well do that.
Do what?
Spark tour. Spark tour. You gotta rip on that thing.
Ew.
Is cannabis different than weed? No, cannabis is weed.
What?
Never done any drugs.
That's like saying.
I wouldn't know the difference between cigarettes and heroin, right?
That's like saying is cake a pastry, or no? Is cake wheat?
Is cake made of bread? Panos, you may be in the wrong place because this is all about weed.
What does he think it's about?
Don't know. Spark tour. Spark tour. Spark tour. You gotta rip on that thing. That could be a little glitchy, one of those glitchy shorts that I do occasionally where it's like, legalize. Okay, oh well, welcome in. Stick around for, we've got another 15 minutes or so to go.
Is that an Arnold Schwarzenegger quote?
Hey up, Mr. O. Welcome in. Good to have you here as usual. Yes, definitely know what you mean. I sometimes have to unplug certain sockets. So someone has had that experience. So some people do get the vibes, too many vibrations.
They feel like, being electrocuted. Not electrocuted, but like there's too many frequencies going on at the same time.
Someone was saying it's nice to have chats about this, chats in general. Chatting like this is good and can be enlightening. Indeed. I had a question I thought of earlier on to ask you all. Out of one, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being absolutely faded, blasted, toasted, roasted, ganged, whiteyed, about to explode with consciousness. That's 10. And 1 being, I can kind of feel it. Maybe I'm stoned, I'm not sure. On a scale of 1 to 10, how faded are you right now? I'll tell you what I am. 0. Unless you count slightly tipsy. 0. 4? This is a good question to ask, actually. 4? Moving upwards. 0.
I'm minus 10.
Corey, I thought you were ripping a bong. 5, 0, 4, 0.
No, he stole his mother's dinner.
5's pretty good. Somewhere on the level, in the middle there. 10 out of 10, anyone? Ginger man grows third arm to scratch beard. Headline news, man. I'm a Hindu deity, what can I say? I've got 4 arms. Hey Mel, come put the 4 arms behind me.
Yeah, but I don't want to.
You can hide your head behind the back. 7. Ooh, that's a good one.
How does that look?
Can't see it.
You're too tall.
There we go. I have 4 hands now.
Hang on, let me try again.
I'm a Hindu deity, I have 4 arms.
Imagine slapping yourself by accident because you have too many arms.
Alright.
I'm bored now.
Yeah, go on, off you go.
I can't go. I'm stuck.
Stuck.
Well, it doesn't. I can't really do anything.
Yeah, when is Kia going to legalise? Well, what do you think, Bradford riots? Oh, let's go back to the question. We had some good answers there. 5 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 5 stonedness, but I've had beers and just on the wine. That sounds like a good mix. A few beers, a little bit of wine, and a 5 level of stonedness. Sounds like a pleasant place to be, my friend. Panos says, genuinely, I would love to hear your case on this. And would you be interested in a more oral interview at some point even? Good lord. Oral interview?
As long as it doesn't involve dentistry, we're good.
Yeah. Also, which city in the UK are you at currently? I'm in Slough.
Don't say that. Just say you're in.
Outskirts of London.
Yeah, don't because don't. You're not really stuck just now, though. I mean, you'll be everywhere.
Keep getting distracted. That and my tolerance is massively high, so like 2 or 3. Oh. So when is Kia gonna legalise? Never, bro. Ah, you think never? I had a vision yesterday, or 2 days ago, where I had this vision, literally, of him saying the words in his voice. We have got to legalise cannabis. However he speaks.
Apparently, I don't know if it was him, but he kicked out the cat in 10 Downing Street.
Now he's got a new cat in there now.
Oh, they have a new cat?
Yeah.
What did they do? What, they made the other one homeless? They just booted them out? Or... Weird.
Got to go, someone's getting raided in the next street. Oh, right.
Raided? What, like, is this in the US of A?
Currently in Nottingham right now for uni. Cool. Vishnu? Where's Vishnu? I'm not seeing any Vishnus. Unless you're on about Holy fuck, I forgot how hard a full bowl on a bubbler. So you've gone up to 5 now. Right, if you're all getting stoned out there and you're in a nice buzz, then I shall give you some more pleasant music for the vibes.
I'm stuck.
future provides all that we know. It's time to thrive, time to thrive, time to thrive. Legalize all the hurt. Legalize the hurt. Hey, now my voice is running out of powers there. Hello, Ronald Dump. Nice to see you in here as well. Right, so coming towards the end, people. So it can be done on the guitar, as we've just found out. I'll practice it a little bit more and we can do that again on another occasion. So anyone else? Let's go back to this question that came out. I do have a Discord server, yeah. Check the link in my bio on YouTube. In my channel page, there's a bio bit where it has some links. There's a Discord server there. So yeah, for those of you who aren't already on the Discord server, come to that. Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Sounded a bit like it.
I was going to ask this question that Bradford Riots has said. So when is Keir going to legalize? Over to you, people. When is Keir going to legalize? When? What do you reckon? Predictions? When do you reckon he's going to legalize it? I reckon within the 5 years. I think we should aim for 2028. I know it sounds like it's really far away, but it could happen sooner. But I think we should aim for 2028. It sounds like a horrible distance to go, but it's just not being talked about at all at the moment, so I can't see any progress happening on it. Yeah, after America, says Luke. Luke UK Pike. Could be a while, people. So.
What about alien disclosure?
When are they going to disclose aliens?
They keep delaying it and postponing it and burying it because a lot of heads of military worldwide keep saying there's no chance that there'll be disclosure. They've declassified a lot of documents, but they're trying to push it until 2070 apparently, which is really depressing. So imagine, like, it could be worse.
Within a year of the NHS prescribing it openly.
That would be nice, but they're so slow as it is. They're putting people on 5-year waiting lists for
5th of November. You think? What, because of the election in the USA? is happening. Remember the 5th of November. Gunpowder, treason and plot.
That's so strange.
5 years is nothing. Well, yeah, I mean, like, it's a really weird situation to be in where we can see this happening in different countries around the world, and yet we're sort of stuck there going, oh man.
I like the old version of Germany.
You know, nothing's happening in our country at all.
Yeah, because it's 1984.
Apart from the medical angle, which, as I said earlier on, only 45,000 patients at the moment, according to reports online. 45,000 patients only, that's so small.
What is that? Less than 1%?
Yeah.
Less?
Mm-hmm.
Like 0.5 or 0.2?
I have a feeling that it will come up though. I think that they can't just deny it or leave it alone forever. And they may get to a point where they've done, Labour are doing a lot of new things at the moment. They may get to a point where they've done all their big, bold new steps and they want to find something else to do. And they might think about, oh, let's bring in some more money from cannabis.
It would probably boost the economy.
It would boost the economy, yeah. $1 million almost in Florida out of about 22 million for medical. Yeah. I mean, other countries have got it way better than us in terms of like access to the medical system. And they're allowed to smoke it in other countries as well. So, you know, different vibes. 45 private medical clinics now. Are there? Shall I look that up? I'll quickly look that up. How many medical cannabis clinics UK? Apparently there are around 25 clinics in the UK.
What time is it? I don't have my phone.
It's 9 o'clock. Yeah. So by the end of 2024, 62,960 patients are forecasted to be using medical cannabis in the UK, generating £205 million in sales. So still pretty small, yeah. Only 25 apparently. 25 clinics. Right, people. It's time to go hassle Drew again.
Hassle Drew?
Hassle Drew, yeah.
What about spend time with your girlfriend?
I need to see if anyone wants to hassle Drew with me. Anyone up for hassling Drew?
Or you could get them to hassle Drew on your behalf?
Yeah, hassle him on my behalf. We just want to ask him very gently and very kindly, would you like to endorse the transformdrugs.org's new legalization campaign? And he's going to say no. But, you know, maybe if more people ask him, he might get the idea that it could work. Just one endorsement on a short video. That's all I want.
I just had this realization, if enough people nag him, like you create a wave of people nagging him, you could DDoS him. Not literally, I don't mean like website, like spamming until the website crashes. No, not like that. I mean, just talking.
49 clinics on MedBud, oh right.
If you know what DDoSing is, but anyway.
If one of you faithful, loyal subscribers here what makes you think we can change his mind? I think that he's a possible change. He's possible to change his mind. Yeah, because it wouldn't take much for him to do it. All he'd have to do is one short, and that takes like a couple of hours to do a bit of editing on a short. And I think if he sees that there's a demand for it, then he might do it. But I don't think he wants to do it for me, because I've already asked him about 3 times. But if other people ask him, oh, have you thought about, because I haven't actually specifically asked him, would you like to endorse the transformdrugs.org campaign? So if someone else asked him that specifically, hey Drew, did you know Transform is having a major campaign crowdfunder at the moment, and it would be really cool if you could do one video on it. That's what I should have said, but I didn't say it, and now he knows me. So I ruined it. I ruined it with the biggest weed influencer there is out there. I'd like to meet the guy, actually. I think a collaboration would be good at some point, if I could get to the point where he's up for that. Then I say, Drew, man, let me come and do something on your channel, and you could do something on my channel, and we could do something on the legalization angle for me, and for you I could try out some of your illegal weed and review it. But obviously, it would need to be appealing to him, and I'm not quite at the point where it would make sense for him to do that. So I would need to get a load more subscribers, like thousands of subscribers, before I think he would be open to that, because it just doesn't make any sense, I don't think, for him to work with smaller channels like mine. Vicky Collingwood, nice to have you here. Well done for showing up. It's right at the end now, though.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go and see Drew. Yeah, so I'll catch you guys on Wednesday. Got nothing else planned in until Wednesday for the lives. So Wednesday at 7 o'clock. It's been a good one tonight. I appreciate you all showing up. Thanks for the chats. Hopefully you've enjoyed yourselves. And yeah, I will catch you around. Remember to like, share and subscribe on my videos, and go watch the Magic Broccoli one if you can find it on my channel. It's age restricted, so it doesn't show up unless you're signed in and you're over 18, but it's a good laugh. I found it funny. So yeah, latest potatoes. Thanks very much for showing up. I will see you on the next one. Good night.